good? Amy 2 cracked her code. Fake Michael. Shout out to Purple Beats on the beat. Zero watching right now. Zero watching. At least 2 people commented. It was good, G Code. 3 people commenting. 0 watching. That's how we're gonna rock out. What's a good G Code? No, I don't know if that's from the Poke, but that's from that. They using this fentanyl stuff. I don't know if it's like I don't know, but it's definitely some things going on. Definitely, it's good, DB. Literally, my screen says 0 watching. It's good, J True. Snapshot this shit so y'all can see what I be talking about, because some people think I be full of shit. Let me post it up there. Let's see, man. See if y'all can see this shit. What's up, everybody? Back with another video. Let me see if I can post this show. See what I'm talking about? Let me know if y'all could see what I'm talking about. Y'all can see it right there. It says 0. Still says 0. But yeah, so that's how they do me. You know, I don't never know. Sometimes I'll never know how many people watching, but well, what's up, everybody? It's Monday. Right now in Rochester, it is 38 degrees. You know, I thought it snowed, you know, right around 33, 32 degrees. But apparently it snows around 40, 39, 38 degrees in 2022. You can see, oh damn, you can't even see. Let me take this shit off. Because as you can see, there's snow. Well, there was snow. There was more snow where I live at, which is away from the city. The city, you can see it on the little rooftops and on people's cars a little bit, just a dusting. But I'm just saying, you know, in the normal world, it would snow at right around, you know, when it's what you call freezing. So I don't know. But thanks, Will. Shout out to Will always. If y'all not subscribed to Fake Mike Real News, go subscribe to Fake Mike Real News. It's my spirit brother right there. It's snowing in Providence too. Yeah. But a lot of shit to talk about, of course. Man, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. I don't know where to begin. Well, what's a lot of people are talking about Kanye West. I mean, this is my take on Conway, and I don't know anything. You know, I know nothing. Um, ooh, shit, that's hot. I don't know no, I don't know no thing. So, but in my world, in my mind, because we still got our ability to think and rationalize. Um, uh, he's one of them playing a role. I mean, it's Hollywood. It's Hollywood, guys. It's Hollywood, and it's not a coincidence that he's been linked with Donald Trump for so many years. Um, it's not a coincidence. All you got to do is look at the recipe. You know, are we still live? Let me just get a. I got to keep checking because it says 0, and then I don't see no comments. Just shooting thumbs up every now and then. You know. So let me see if we're still live. What's good, Millie? Millie, J True, Fake Mike, G Cole, DP, and Amy 2 crack the code. I haven't seen okay, thanks guys. I haven't seen man in a while. Oh man, I can't think of it right now. I can't think of it right now, guys. Yeah, he's playing a role, but I mean, what I'm looking at is the role he's playing. He's saying shit that, I mean, we don't really know if that's true. I mean, come on, we don't know if it's true, but we know what we know, because we don't know if nothing's. How we know we're not there when these things happen, you know. But when we look at it, we know. Like Michael Jordan, I remember that I was a Michael Jordan. Like that was my role model growing up because I was a basketball player, you know. And I remember that, and it didn't even. I was a kid, and it didn't even make sense to me. I'm like, what kind of sense does this shit make? You know, didn't make sense to me. And you know, there's a lot of people that in the industry that's went like that, and then they become extremely famous and rich. You know, so we know. So the thing that I look at is what are these motherfuckers about to do? That's what I'm looking at. Fuck what he's saying and what he's talking about. They're going this extreme. What are they about to do? That's what you need to be looking at. Fuck if all the other shit, and yeah, people are falling for it. You know, people are falling for it because they know that people are looking for saviors. You know, they know this, so they create them. You know, look at Kanye, Black. You know, all you gotta do is look at the recipe. Also, he said the exact same lines Donald Trump said. They can't silence me. You know, I can't be bought. Shit like that. They can't silence me. Well, that's just the same thing they did Donald Trump, and people are gonna fall for it and believe it. You know, I look at what he's saying, and I see the restraint in stuff he says. You know, I mean, even Kyrie Irving. You know, they dropping some jewels. You know, I mean, they're dropping jewels, but we know that they would not be able. If we can't, this is all we got to understand. If we can't speak, how the fuck can these people speak? They got way more influence than we ever could have. So how come they can speak, but we can't? I can't even make a video talking about no. I can't even make a video talking about fucking any goddamn thing that does with an agenda. It gets deleted immediately for hate speech. Thank God it's not medical misinformation no more. I can post a picture of a boat going over land and say COVID-19, and the shit will get deleted for medical misinformation. Like what? Now it's all hate speech now. You know, hate speech. Everything's hate speech. You know, so that's what you got to look at is I'm looking at like, yo, what do these motherfuckers got planned? Because now they're exposing their own self, and we know when these people expose their own self, all right, we know that if these people start exposing their own self, that they got an agenda they're going to tweak on us, you know. Just like, remember Pizzagate, you know, you got the Pizzagate, all these other little scams. Well, people don't realize there is a battle going on, but it's a battle of control, power, and money with these secret societies and countries and nations and power structures. All right. When you go back and look at the whole Pizzagate thing, it's the thing that China holds over the the elite's heads. You got to remember, there's been agents double crossing, triple, quadruple double crosses for years, right? How do they get leverage? Well, they got you playing with children over in another country. Well, who got you to do that? Well, this guy, that guy. Well, who's his payroll? Chinese, Russians, shit like that. Power structures, and this is how they get them, and they put them in their pocket. They say, well, if you don't do this, A, B, C, D, and E, we're just gonna release this. When you got control of a country's medias, people think that, oh, this is control of this media and that media and this media and that media, and don't realize who owns some of these companies. That's why, like I said, you'll wake up some mornings, and I discovered that testing positive for Mr. 19 is a code. Because it's a way to control. Now you got like Pelosi wake up, Anthony Blinken wake up one day, and it's all over the fucking news that they got Mr. 19. Now they can't go against their protocols, because now they look like hypocrites. Now they gotta do the shit. They gotta follow all the things. They gotta reschedule everything and shit like that, man. So you gotta know that, sometimes when these stories come out, they just gotta go into damage control, like Pizzagate. That was some real deal shit. The question is, who did it? Most likely 100% it was China. All right? Because we're not throwing bombs these days. We're not doing this these days. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. So, um, you know, uh, they use these things as leverages. Now that's when you get into, the child trafficking, the scandals and stuff. I mean, there's ways they've tricked certain people, elites, politicians, celebrity stars into, you know, using them. They got something on them. Now they could use them as a pawn, you know? And this is what they do, man. This is undoubtedly what they do. You can see right through it. When you look at the medias that come out with it and another ones pick it up, you got 10 Cent in China owns a lot of companies over here, you know, and they telecommunications, movies, all kind of stuff, and it's tied into Hollywood, and that's why if you look at what's going on in the United States, it's a communistic agenda. Look at the mask. That's been done all over Asia. All right, they've been doing that. You know, it's to get people to conform and get people to be more docile and less connected. You know, I mean, this is what they do. You just look at the recipes they've done, and you could tell, okay, if that's that, then how are they able to do what they're doing over here? You know, and then people who are into politics always wonder why it's corrupt. Why is it corrupt? You know, isn't there anyone that's real? Well, they're not real long. They'll come up real missing. Something will happen to them, or they'll just take the bag and be corrupted. What's good, Groveland Girl? Rap samples. So, um, the whole Kanye West thing. I mean, the way I look at it, well, it wakes some more people up. But it's like I told you, it's like, man, I'm thinking like, what are they about to do? They're gonna do something big. All right. What are they about to do? They're gonna do something big. Hold on 1 second, guys. Just rock out with some purple beats for a second. All right, guys. Sorry about that. So, what's good, Tap P? Yeah, sometimes I would say the same thing, but I just look at the whole aspect of it. These people know they wouldn't talk. You know, Kyrie, you know, the whole Kyrie thing is he's in the NBA. He's a star. Okay, he done been there. He done been all up in the mix. And then they don't really remember the whole flat earth debacle. Where'd that go? He was a part of nonsense, and then he clowned it. And then you could see he was being used. So I look at all those things. For me, they're both connected because we know for a fact you can't speak if they don't if they say they have to say yes for you to speak. Otherwise, you disappear. You'll be removed one way or another. You know. I mean, shit. I would like it to be, hey, they all genuine when they start coming out with some real shit. How about they tell us something we don't know that's already out there? They're just talking about shit that is already out there. Could you imagine if Kanye started? He was with the Kardashians. Do you know what kind of sick, twisted shit these people are in? I mean, he knows. You know. He could be sitting here dropping jewels on all this shit. Well, why'd y'all make that one video with Donald Trump and all y'all laying in the bed? What was that all about? Let's go deep. Let's talk about the deepness. Remember that time Jay-Z, you was in concert and you went off script talking? What was you really talking about? Who is Jay-Z? What is Jay-Z into? Don't just flirt out their names. Get into it if you really about that and you're exposing. So that's why I can't buy it. You look at when you wake up and you're about really exposing, you about to drop all the jewels. People say, people say, Kanye's risking his life. He's gonna wind up dead. Well, how about if he really knew what he was doing and really spoke from where he's supposed to be speaking from his heart? He would know right now that him just saying that, because it's a shocker to the sleeping sheep masses that didn't know nothing about nothing, right? He would know that he would wind up dead like everybody else that spoke out. So he's just touching on all the stuff that's already out here. That's how I know we could read through this shit a mile away. Same thing with Kyrie Irving and Donald Trump. Donald Trump's a fucking president of the United States. If he was this is all the Trumpers, they're just out of the window with me. They're cool. I mean, out of the window as into, look, he's not your fucking savior. Get over it. Yes, you could like him. He's your idol. If it drives you to be this way, then go ahead. I'm your brother. I'm going to rock out with you. But That's your false, your false savior. And that's another thing. Some of these people are Christians, and you got a false idol, and then you got your other idol, which is God, Jesus, which the Bible tells you not to, worship false idols. And some of these Trumpers worship. I mean, it's just totally a mess, man. I guess it's just how my mind thinks by being thinking with logic, So, that's my take on it. That's how there's no way Kanye is real, because he would be going in. I'm like, let me interview the motherfucker. Let me interview Kanye West. You think he would talk to somebody like us for 5 minutes? Hell no, because we're gonna go 0 to 100 in the back door. I mean, what did they do to you? Why? Why did you say that? What happened? Give us the details. You got any footage, any video? Like what really went on? You're with, you Kardashians, sick, twisted shit's going on there. You know, you know, all the entertainers you've been around, Kanye, and all the stars and celebrities and parties. Let's really start talking. Name dates, locations. Like where are these locations at? Where do people do certain things at? This stuff. How you gonna talk about some old Michael Jordan came up missing? Uh, you know, whoever else he said, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but how do you know? Where's your sources? What are you looking at? Somebody told you, or do you personally know something? Look, your mom was sacrificed. How'd you know? Let's give us details. Maybe he will in the future to go along with the script, But these are the things. That's how I think. It's like, okay, where'd you come up with that conclusion? Your mom was sacrificed. How? By who? Why? What contract you signed? Show us your contract. Let's see the contract you signed. You say, people sign in blood. It's got to be a contract. Let's go. Right. Only thing you could say is his mama gone. So exactly. Kobe is connected. I mean, Kanye is connected with Kobe because of the whole. I mean, look where they live, the Kardashians and shit. Kobe. Man, come on, man. So they know a lot of this shit. It was good, Smith West. That's why I don't buy none of that stuff. And you got some people like, oh, look at God, you're speaking the truth, man. Get out. You guys got to stop. People got to stop. Not you guys, but you know what I mean. These people got to stop with these false fucking idols worshiping. Saviors, false saviors, man. Even the book says that false idols, will be coming. Here's two. Trump, Kanye. I wouldn't say Kyrie is really up there. He's just, what role he's playing, I don't know. But, that damn fucking Kanye. And I'm looking at it like, damn. I'm seeing the shit he's saying. I'm like, wow. He's really saying some shit, but there's a reason for it. And when you throw Elon Musk in there and Donald Trump, it all has to do, just like we said, when Donald Trump got elected, his job was to steer this ship right to the fucking ground. You know what I'm saying? His job was to steer it right to the ground. And that's where we at. Yeah. Nipsey too. The real people that speak, you don't hear about them. Look at Prodigy. He was dropping some real shit, and guess how he came up missing quick? He wasn't on fucking Fox News, CNN, and all these other mega, because he was exposing shit. He came up missing real quick. People that start to speak out, they don't talk about what Kobe was into, about his lawsuit he was doing, So even that comes into question. Maybe Kobe at some point, when I did my research when he died or what he was into, I was like, shit, who knows about this shit? I didn't know nothing about none of that shit. No one else did. When you look at his partners in crime and what he was doing with this big lawsuit that involved some pharmaceutical companies, big money, he comes up missing, and he was going to expose what's in this some of these supplements, and he, it's all had to do with the, what was it, Mamba or whatever it was, something like that. But Kobe was into some deep shit, and I think that he was sacrificed. You know, people say, he's probably still alive. I mean, could be, but he had to go. He had to get removed off the chessboard. But I do believe he was way up there, you know, like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's deep, way up there. You know, it's crazy, man. Man of that caliber, Michael Jordan ain't got nothing to do with any. I don't know. Maybe his contract's different. But he don't speak about nothing. He's just a good little, piece of the puzzle. He don't say shit about nothing. I can't wait to see like what Jay-Z comes out and says about Kanye West and the whole thing. And you see the slaves like Charles Barkley, coming out playing his role. It's amazing, man. But what's good, Dwell Beats? Yeah, Prodigy came up missing, and he was dropping some real shit. The ones that drop the real shit, they disappear real fast, and they're not heard. They don't have no voice. Motherfuckers running from their ass. Look at Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac. What happened to Bernie Mac? Started seeing that some shit wasn't right. Look at Dave Chappelle. He was dropping. I don't know what the fuck happened with that shit. He came back and got the bag. That's crazy. People say, "Oh, he's a clone, man." Fuck that cloning shit. That shit's stupid. How they cloning a motherfucker? Like I don't get into all that. Doppelbangers, you know what I'm saying? We all got people that look like us. I've met a motherfucker that looked just like me, blew my motherfucking mind. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, damn. So, there's people that look identical in this world. But all that cloning shit, that's stupid. Doesn't even make sense when you look at the logic of a cloning and shit. It doesn't make no sense. But yeah. Right. G code that right. And you go back to like the Tupac days, that motherfucker was dangerous, man. The shit he was saying at his time, I mean, he was dangerous. I don't know if, he was pulled to something like, yo, you can't be, or it was all put out the way it was put out for the whole script. We don't know, but he was dropping some serious shit. Shit that could have been revolutionary for the time if it went further. Could you imagine if the hip hop stars and stars just start doing anything positive instead of always talking about the same shit over and over and over? To target a demographic of people. So it's obvious Kanye. Where's the truth? Where's the truth rap, Kanye? It ain't in his fucking contract. You gotta look at these contracts. Now, where's the? I mean, this dude's got all this money. Why don't he get some artists and say, you know what, man, we about to rap about what's real. Go out and look for like the ones who's talking about the real shit. No, right now he's playing his role, playing his script. Where he's sleeping at, where he living at right now. Who's he still involved with? You talking all this shit, and you rocking. And are you gonna come out with Donald Trump? Because now that lumps Donald Trump into associating with a guy who's talking like this, a president, a possible future president. They got a big game, man, and they believe that people are dumb enough to fall for it right now. Well, people are falling for it, and people are dumb enough to fall for it. Oh shit, my camera's not even on. My bad. Uh, yeah, cloning theory is a fucking joke. Yeah, I don't buy that shit. You know, we joke around and say clone, but when you stop and look at it, like, man, fuck, how you gonna clone a fucking a human being? You know, how does it even work? They can't even clone fucking animals. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they can clone animals, but you know, people think like they walk into a machine and walk out and there's another one. It don't work. Like, you gotta grow the fucking clone. You gotta go to grow the motherfuckers. You gotta grow the clone. You gotta grow the cloned fish, the cloned chicken, the cloned sheep. They gotta grow. How the fuck you gonna grow a fucking human in a year? It don't work. It doesn't even make sense. You can't clone a human being that fast. They gotta retain certain shit. You know, you think people think these people are this sophisticated and powerful that they could just clone fucking human beings? That's stupid. You know, we wouldn't even be here if they could do that shit. Fuck, we could clone them all. Let's just kill them and we'll take their bodies and take them to the cloning center and make a new one how we want it, and they'll be back out here serving. You know, instead of 7 billion, we'll have 500 million levels on the Georgia Guidestones. You know, and that's another thing we overlook. I mean, the Georgia Guidestones, they blew them bitches up to send a message. You know what I mean? So that's what I look at when this whole Kanye West. Okay, they exposing their own self now. So we are getting pretty close to whatever these motherfuckers are doing. They are about to put a much wrap it up and put it in the bag. You know, because I don't watch TV, but I look at entertainment and movies. At this point, they don't need actors. They could just make shit on computers now. They could take face. There's apps where you could take a face and put your face on and be in the fucking movie. It's you now. You're the actor, so they don't need these people no more. You know, they don't need them. They got a computer can do it all. What do they need celebrities for when they just can make one? And you know, but I guess we know they need celebrities for people to idolize. You can't idolize a computer generated being because well, I love that actor, but it's not an actor. They're only on the thing. Well, you can see this actor in the metaverse. Okay, boom. These people got a plan, man. And everybody is a expendable, and that's why it comes down to, just like motherfuckers say, like when you talk about those, the who do you know who's, you know, everybody's expendable in their eyes. So crazy. What's good, Angel? Ryan Thomas, Dwall Beats, Rap Samples, G Cole, Fake Mike Smith West, Tab P, Growth and Gal was good. What else I think I hit everybody? Amy 2, Cracked Their Code, DB, J True, Millie. Shout out to y'all. You guys on this Monday. A lot going on. Seen some of the France protest clips. Gotta go love that one. That made my Monday. That's a triple M. Made my Monday. Fucking took one of them oil protesters by as you can see. Let me go ahead and, in case you haven't seen it, let me put up the thumbnail. Wait. Where we at? In case you haven't seen it, gotta love everything about this shit. And it's coming to America, guys, so be ready. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm going to do my take on this as I post a picture. All right. You see it right there. That's just a steel frame. I could probably upload the video, but gotta love that face. Look at the face right there. Gotta love that shit. That is a motherfucker who is scared for their life. That is when the ideology that they believe in immediately is gone. I mean, I ain't gonna guarantee it, but this guy has a total different look on life and society after this. Gotta love it. And it was a brother from France too. Gotta love that shit. You know? In America though, this is bitch heaven in America. You know what I'm saying? Let me put the clip up. Video clip. Maybe it'll work. Hold on. Then y'all can see it in action real quick. See if it works. No. It says you gotta put an MP. I don't know how people be playing videos on here. Cause I can't do it. Gonna have Will show me how to use this shit. Light this bitch up. But I can't do it. But check out the video. It's on my channel. Oh shit. Sorry about that. Check out the video. It's on my channel. But it's dope, man. Removed him off the highway. You know? Everything about that was beautiful. And if anybody thinks that's wrong, they're just in a liberal mindset. Because I mean, I look at it from a logic and reasoning standpoint. Okay, they got a right to protest. Oh, you got a right to travel too. And guess what these people are on? They're on a roadway, on a fucking highway where they have no business, where that is a ticket. Pedestrians are not supposed to be on a highway because they can get killed, struck, or hit by a car. So therefore, this guy was taking this guy to safety. All right? He was removing him to safety. All right? Because the cops will do the same fucking thing. And the cops probably love this shit. All right? This would be some point where the two sides meet, police and regular human beings. And that is where it could change or go south. All right? Because these people are this is going to happen here in the United States times 100. All right? That's why you haven't seen liberals too much. BLM, they're propagating them for these next agendas. One of them is the stop oil. What will it be called over here? I don't fucking know, but it might be the same thing. But it's coming here. All right? It's coming here because there's more cars here than anywhere, I believe. All right? As I see an electric car ride by. So, exactly. People are too comfortable when they're in here. You know? Way too comfortable. You know? Way too fucking comfortable. So yeah, look at that face. That is a face of I'm in fear for my life. You're in the fucking middle of a fucking highway, okay? And you ain't in fear for your life with cars like going around and all that other shit. You saw this shit. You're not in fear for your fucking life, but this man grabbed you up. And look at that face. Goes to show you they're under some type of spell, hypnosis, psychosis, psychotic programming. And they're out in the middle of a street for an ideology they have no fucking clue. A year ago, it didn't exist. Now, all of a sudden, you're going to die and your future is going to be destroyed. But you're on the middle of a fucking highway thinking you're doing something for a cause. Man, get the fuck out of here with this stupid shit. Removed by... And this is how people got to come when this shit is here. No, remove these people, man. Look at the situation. Police the situation. Say, okay, all right, this is now this is unsafe. Remove, get these people out of here. Now you're justifying it. You know, think about it. If it's only 20 of these motherfuckers and 100 people say it ain't safe, guess what? We're in a country where majority rules, a demonocracy. Majority fucking rules. You got 100 people that said these 20 people don't belong here. Get them the fuck out. All right, the police got to come scoop them up. All right, y'all got to go. You know, because you got 100 people saying, nah, it's not about to go down right here. And some of them got rifles because this is America. So, yeah, man, we got to really look at, I mean, it's not going to be tanks rolling through the streets. It's not going to be bombs falling through the air just yet. You know, it's going to be shit like this, and we got to know how to deal with it. Are you going to let them come destroy everything and do what they're doing? You know, we know the agenda. We know what these people are about to do now. We understand. All right, they come with busloads to make it look like something they can propagate the news. These news stations come in there, seeing now they're undercover, man. These big news stations are undercover now. You know, they're all undercover. So, you know, why you think they're undercover? Because they know this. They got to get the shot for the news, and they know people are getting wary. Could you imagine if the big truck riding down the street says CNN? Shit might be, it won't be CNN. It'll be HNN, Hood News Network. Cause they ain't going for that. Yes, rap samples. At least individuals overseas fight back over here. Exactly, because they know the consequences of what's happening. That's why shout out to all the people from the UK and shit that I rock out with and helping out. Thanks to Fake Mike Real News. They know how dire it is. That's why they cut different. Like they cut way different. They ain't got time for bullshit. And even though something may be all good, they're talking about right now. No, we see a problem right now. This is what we need to go after. Fuck all the shit that right now really ain't pertaining to. We know it's dire. The situation is dire because they going through a higher level of tyranny over there. That's why they're willing to stand up and fight back. So yeah, the picture is this video is epic, man. Because people ain't going for it, man. People had enough of this shit. And I hope this shit happens in the United States. When they come out with this shit. People gotta go. The average person gonna wake up and say, man, what the fuck is this dumb shit? I can't wait till they start touching people on the lower demographics that ain't got shit to lose. That turn from busting guns and selling drugs or the hood mentality of sports and entertainment and just that's all that matters and rapping and hip hop and all that shit that goes on in the hood. Wake up and realize like when the shit comes, because then people with not much to lose and nothing to lose will be on your side, on the side of good. Like, nah, fuck that. You need to tell me we can't drive. I can't afford no electric car. Fuck what y'all talking about. What's going on? Where I've been all these years, and they snap out of it. Like, well, these motherfuckers are, eliminating oil. Eliminating oil? What you mean? Bitch, ain't gonna be no gas. For real? Where the fuck I been? Well, you've been wrapped up into the entertainment world, medicated. Now you see what's going on. Oh, hell no. These motherfuckers ain't about to come here and do that. Where they at? No, hell no. Because how they gonna do is, this is what they do. They protest. And the protest, what it does is it brings media, brings eyes, so they can create the illusion of a majority. And that's how they won a lot of shit over. The BLM protest looked like it was so many thousands and thousands of people. Women's rights march, all the shit, and it don't really be as many people as they say, but they make it look like that. A lot of this stuff, these news, they know how to get the right shot. Thousands showed up. What? There was like 40 people there, and they know how to downplay others, Trump rallies. Oh, look at the low turnout for the Trump rallies or this or that. And it'd be thousands of fucking people there, But they only gonna cover the gaps, the small spots. Meanwhile, we watching and goddamn, we couldn't believe how many fucking people was there, So, yeah, it's crazy, man. Mr. McMahon's should be focused on big right. They on the fucking street. Shit is so stupid. You're blocking a highway. Why don't y'all go block the pumps? Because they have armed fucking security with machine guns and barbed wire fence. Oh, you wouldn't dare do that. No, it's too dangerous. Instead, you go sit in the middle of the street. So this right here, I condone this behavior 100% because they were just keeping them safe. This brother was keeping this man safe from getting destroyed and killed by a car, So you were physically removed out of the street because even under the law, you're not supposed to be there. You got a right to protest in designated areas. This is a dangerous situation. The citizens, the brothers and sisters took matters into their own hands, literally, and I love it. That's why I slam with France. Because I'd slam one of the motherfuckers too, Oh, I'm just trying to. This is dangerous. Well, hey, look, you guys know this is dangerous what you're doing. You know, it's very dangerous. I need to remove you from the road. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna remove you from the road. So either you got 3 minute, three. I count the fucking three. Get up and walk, or me and five of these other people. We're gonna physically remove you off the street. We're not the cops, so we're just gonna do what we need to do because I got people to go see. I got places I got to go, and so does about 100 motherfuckers that's backed up because y'all dumbasses are jeopardizing your safety and the safeties of others. 1, 3. By the time I get to 3, they're already off to the side of the road over a median or whatever. You know, make a safe landing, but give them a little, rough them up a little bit. Shake that, get that energy out of them. Say, look, man, I love you. I'm only doing this out of love, man. While I'm dragging them off in a chokehold or a hug, I love you, man. You shouldn't be out here. You know, this is very dangerous for your life. I care and fear for your life. And then set them down a little hard so you try to knock that energy out of them, and then maybe they'll be like, you know what, you're right, I feel loved, you actually hugged me and did something for me. Nobody's ever done this, because these are broken people with no spirit, no knowledge of themselves. They are caught up in an ideology because they believe that they're doing something. So now you're a part of something. You're a part of my energy removing you from possibly killing yourself by a car. So I'm all for it. I don't really think that, they're going to try it. They're going to do it here, but I think that there's going to be met with a different type of energy when they start doing this shit again. I hope. But then I look at the docileness of surrounding, and it's like, no, I take that back. I take that back because people are just fucking dumb. Oh, another thing is fucking Buffalo. I'm there in Rochester. I was in Buffalo yesterday, and good God Almighty, Buffalo Bills fans are. Oh my God! It was a bunch of brothers that had shirts on that says, on the back it said, "I'm a fucking Bill," and I'm like, in front of it said, "Fuck around and find out." All the color of the Bills. I'm a Bill. They were cheering this game on and put all their energy in it. They were like nervous with the ball. I'm like watching their body language. I'm like, good God Almighty. These sports have all the people's energy. Like, if these Bills lose, which they did, these people are going to be upset and like, oh God. Couldn't believe it, man. I could not believe it. I can believe it, but I just can't believe how much energy people got into this game, man. Sad, man. But now you know why they do it. It's meaningless, totally meaningless, to have that much energy. I could get it if somebody likes, and just, oh yeah, I like to watch, da da da. But to have this much energy into where it makes you angry, you go out and get a shirt, you wear it, says, you're a Bill. You're literally telling you're a fuck what? Go to the Bills game, try to walk in there and say, I'm a Bill. They're gonna like, bitch, get in line and pay the couple $100 it is. What are you talking about? You're a Bill. No, you ain't, motherfucker. You ain't no Bill. Well, I mean, you are a Bill. Pay our bill, bitch. That's what you really are. Pay our fucking bill. Oh, I want to meet some of the players. Yeah, so does a lot of other motherfuckers. Are you gonna meet them? They gonna care about you? Man, get out of here with this dumb shit, man. It's so ridiculous. He said, I'm a Bill. But actually, he was right. He's a walking Bill. We all are Bills, you know. No, it says Bill. He says, I'm a fucking Bill on the back of his shirt. I got the photo. Hold on, let me see. I'll put the shit up because I had to take a picture of the shit. It blew my mind. Let me see. Oh, it's on my other phone. Hold on. It's on my other device. It's on my other device. Let me see. The shirt says, oh, my bad. You're right. You're right. You're right, Rick James. My fault. It says, "Bitch, I'm a bill." That's what it says on the back. I'll show it to y'all. Look at this shit. Let me remove this thing off here. Look at this shit. Says, "Bitch, I'm a bill." Two brothers wearing shirts saying, "Bitch, I'm a bill," and on the front it said, "Fuck around and find out." I'm like, can you believe? And they were screaming at the TV and like nervous and antsy and like it was just like they were so intense, like they was losing something. I'm like, man, you know, it was crazy, man. Like people are fucking gone, yo. But that's just the world we live in, man. It was crazy. Bitch, I'm a bill. I know it was someone in the confines of those words. But yeah, man, it blew my mind, man. Just not we know this happens, but to sit there and observe and look at how much energy they put into it. Not just like they went out and got a shirt, did all this, wearing it, and they feel proud, like, bitch, I'm a bill. Fuck around and find out and walk around and like, and then be in your energy because your team's playing one of the best teams in the league, and then like, you had your nerves and like you're laughing, you're happy one minute, angry the next, and I'm like, look at how this game just controls the emotion of the human beings, man. What the fuck? And it's like, man, that's when I look. That's when the bags start getting packed and saying, you know what? I need to walk out of the prison. You know what I'm saying? Because of shit like that. That they can, because we know they can switch and manipulate this energy against people, the good, they can shift it. Could you imagine if I like right in that situation where I'm in a place and the TV's on, and there's some Bills fan in there, and I tell them, "Do you know the game's rigged? Like, why do y'all put all this energy into it?" You know, I probably get mobbed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to. They got all this energy into this game. You're not about to talk this shit right now while the game's on. That's not even a possibility in these people's minds. I'm liable to get killed. You know what I'm saying? That's how deeply these people are into these ritualistic ass sports, man. Exactly, Ryan. Exactly. Most people would rather kill you than help you. You got that right. It's fucked up, man. It's the state of humanity. That's why it needs to just come cataclysmic down, boy. It just all needs to come crashing so people can see. We need famine, starvation, desperation. We need it, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, people don't like to hear that. People don't want to face that. We need it. You know, we need it. And people think we can't go through, even us that are awakened. People are like, well, I'm not ready. I'm not, you're not supposed to be ready. I ain't ready. Nobody's ready for whatever's gonna fucking come, but it's coming. You know, we ain't supposed to be ready, but we're supposed to be ready. You know what I mean? Because starvation, what is starvation? Damn, I gotta charge my phone. What is starvation? Damn, my charger don't reach. What is starvation? We all starving. You know, we're all starving in one way or another. You know. Hmm. All right, bust it down right here. So we're all starving and starvation because when you look at the word starve, it means to die. It doesn't mean die of lack of food. It doesn't mean, you know, die of, malnutrition and you starve to death. How the fuck do you starve to death when starve means die? That's the etymology of the word. It means to die, literally become stiff. That's what starve means. So we've already done died. You know what I'm think about it, because we've already killed the person that we used to be, and we continue to die and be born every single day. We're a new person. You know, the word starve means to die. It doesn't mean lack of food. You know, when people look at the Bible, oh, famine, starve, and we're gonna starve, and all this other, all these other fucking words, because the word famine means starvation. So it just means to die. What part of shit people read the Bible wrong? You know what I'm saying? They read it wrong. You know, point blank. Famine is starvation. Starve means to die. I mean, it just is what it is. That these are what the words are. I don't make this shit up. You know. So if they wanted to say dying of hunger, they would say hungry. You know. Your hunger. They ain't gonna say starve. That means death. That means stiff. That means you're dead. You know. So we've all experienced starvation. So we gonna be all right, man. You know. So I forgot I can do this. Exactly. You'll see who becomes enemy. People get in desperation mode, man. And ain't no food on the shelves. Oh, that's when everything they put in everybody gonna come out. The Walking Dead, all this murdering shit, these killing movies, these serial kill, all this shit is gonna, for the motherfuckers that have this shit, are go into survival mode. All right. Some people are gonna go into kamikaze mode. Some people are gonna go into kill or be killed mode. Some people are gonna go into kill to get what they need mode. The nature of the human gonna come out. And what's the nature of the human? To kill, steal, and destroy. And we all in it. We've been programmed all the whole time. So when this shit comes, it's time to defend and do what you need to do. As long as you're not hurting on anybody, the universe is gonna point you to the right direction. You got to change your taste buds. Eat natural. You'll realize shit. You can't be hungry. Or they would say starve to death. I mean, yes, you can, but you know what I'm saying? You'll find food. You're going to find it in nature. It's all around us. It surrounds us, you know? So I wish it was global warming right now, because I couldn't give a fuck less if it was 90 degrees in November in Rochester. I'd lap it and love it. It might be some different energy beaming here. How the fuck is it 90 degrees and 80 degrees and 70 degrees in November, December? Bring it on. That means that's some shit that we need to be in. That means something is changing. That means it's gonna light some motherfuckers up in a time of year where it's usually darkness. Let global warming be, whatever. Or they're using the change of the sun's positions. You know what I mean? Because the sun and the moon are changing. It's crazy when you're aware of the sun and the moon. And when you travel, I travel by land, so I notice the angles of the sun. When I went to Texas for 3 weeks, came back, I was like, wow, the whole angle of the sun is different, because the angles in my house I look at are totally different. Even my kids like, man, it's so different. Yeah, because the angle of the sun changed. And everywhere, when you're so in tune with it, and you feel and you're rocking with it, you leave that area, you go down, like I'm in South Texas, the sun is still at a certain angle. It's like, wow, you get a certain feeling again. And that's why I know for a fact we as humans migrated and moved with the sun. That's why leaves are called leaves. Because hey, when these leaves start leaving the lungs of the trees, we're supposed to be leaving with it. And then you look at how like I-90 is formed. That shit was a fucking highway when it was back in time when there was no automobiles or nothing native land. It was a highway. When you start looking at these things that were already carved out, these motherfuckers just laid down fucking concrete and built cities along these bitches. Right around, and you look at a lot of these cities, they're built in where tribes were. Ain't that some shit? Dirty motherfuckers. That's why there are the cities there, because the colonizers came over and took over the bitch and built the city there, you know, and then paid tribute to them like Buffalo. You know, it's amazing when you look at Buffalo, Erie County, you know, Buffalo. What the fuck's, well, that was tribes, man. You go in their county building, you know they got a deal or a pact. Somebody got a shit end of the stick, or they got the deal packed, you know, because you look at the building, it's tribal shit all over the entire building. It's a beautiful building. It's amazing. You're like, damn, this is why it's called. This is why certain things are the way they are in Buffalo. You know, Syracuse has got a pact with the Onondaga Nation. You know they do. They got a deal, a contract. It's probably a shut the fuck up. We'll give you money because we got guns, bitch, and we'll take this bitch over. But there's a lot of you motherfuckers, we don't want to kill you, so just shut the fuck up. Sign this contract. We'll give you little pieces of land. You know, you want to live, but sign this contract. We know we can't just take all y'all. It's too many. It's too many people will notice. You know, so there's some deal that was made, and you could clearly see it. You know, they're leasing these properties. You know, Rochester's different. Rochester's built away from, you know, where the tribes were. You know, I don't know the whole, you know, the backstory, but you know, if it was built by the lake, then it would be under some different shit, because that's Iroquois, Irondequoit. You got Lake Ontario, the Genesee River. You know, this was all like, it was all tribal tribes around these areas. You know, that's why Rochester isn't connected on the you know, on the throughways. You got to drive off the throughways. You know, when you look at the maps, you hardly ever see Rochester. You'll see Syracuse and Buffalo, Albany. Rochester's bigger than fucking Syracuse. Why is Rochester doesn't show up on the maps? You know, but it's a lot, man. So it's crazy, man. When you look at these things, man. I got an opportunity to look at a lot of this stuff, man. Be shown a lot of this stuff, you know. And you see that Europeans, Freemasons, whatever you want to call it, Freemasons, you know, the corporate structure, the ones who land claim, do have a deal with the Native Americans in a lot of these cities across the United States. You know, who those powerful Indian families are, I don't fucking know, but there's definitely a piece of it. You know, they always say if the true Indians ever wake up and link with the black folks, this country ceases to exist overnight. Because they'll let them know, like, y'all, motherfucker, y'all us. You know, all these fucking Hebrew Israelite idiots and all these Moors and all this other shit. No, bitch, y'all shit is straight here. You know, from all the islands from the south, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, Haiti, Virgin Islands, you know, Bahamas. What else is down there? All those islands going straight up from fucking the bottom. You know, Nicaragua, Panama, Costa Rica, all dark. All dark as night, the original peoples. Dark as fuck. Also, it goes all the way up through Mexico. Even look at Mexico, even tells you what all the statues they got all over. They don't look like the modern day Mexican. They look like brothers, big lips, big nose. You know? And you go look at old ancient, you know, the Mayans, the Aztecs. You look at the Tainos, the Arawaks. They all dark as fuck. I mean, it just is what it is. Got nothing to do with race or nothing like that. They all just dark as fuck. It is what it is. You know, if they ever linked with the black folks, let them know. You know, and we all go look at our, you know, if you're black and we go look at our past, we know, boom, it links right to tribes. You know, links right there. This is a fact. And a lot of people, you don't want to know. I'll show my own family. One of my own family members is a cousin of mine. lives in and make it so bad he lives right there in the Carolinas, where I trace all my grandmother's lineage to, right there, 2 tribes, and ain't nobody want to hear shit that I had to say, especially the Hebrew Israelite brother. Man, I don't got time for none of that, you know. I'm like, what? He was, I live it to the Most High, you know, Yahweh. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm sitting here telling you where we come from. Like, what are you talking about? Like, man, come on. Can't tell them shit though. They want to embrace it. I mean, look at this shit here. Unbelievable, man. Crazy, man. Yep, the Olmecs. You know, all these ancient tribes, man. You know, they was all over. It's crazy, man. It really is truly amazing. But yeah, man. But it's all coming to it's all crashing and burning. And it's got to. Back to the whole survivor shit. Right, Ryan? Think about it. There's not no black folks over here talking about they got any ancient relative, unless they are African themselves. Ain't got no fucking family ties to no fucking Africa. None. What the fuck y'all talking about? Somebody would have passed it on to generation. Bitch, you'd know if you had family from fucking Africa. No. Same thing as Africans. Ain't no Africans over there talking about they got relatives that were taken and in America. No. They don't. It's no. What are you talking about? It's crazy that people just can't even rationalize those little ass 5-year-old thoughts. Like, that's a 5-year-old could think that. When I was young, it didn't make no sense. I used to ask how. I'm like, ain't nobody in my family talking about no fucking Africa. You know? Like, what are you talking about? That's so stupid. It doesn't even make any sense, man. You know, and then you look at the slave ships. How does that even make sense? It would have to be about as many Europeans on the fucking ship as slaves. You took big, strong ass Africans that hunt and fucking have, no. You're not gonna do it with a few guns and a few men. Hell no. They would have been their animalistic fucking survival would have kicked in and be like, there's 20, if there was 20 armed fucking Europeans and there's 100 or however many motherfuckers on a slave ship, they would have counted twigs or whatever the fuck, figured out the math, and they knew some of them wouldn't have made it, and they would have took them motherfuckers out. It don't even make sense. Anything, if any, and there is record of some Africans come over, they came over voluntarily. And they were probably, who knows? They came over voluntarily. You know? Just doesn't make sense, man. And how they got here. How close is Africa actually to over here? You know, to be landing in all this traveling and motherfuckers landing in the islands. You know, goddamn well the globe don't make sense. How the fuck does that even make sense? I looked at all this shit. I'm like, okay, they said this ship will land from here and this boom hit here. How? How does that even make sense? And then you start traveling way up north to Alaska. You start realizing way up those side, you know, the people look fucking Asian. And then you cross that little Alaska shit and get over to Russia, and then they start looking Asian too. Then you look at Kazakhstan and people from those areas, they look Asian too. You know, like what? You know, just look at it. Shit don't make sense. The shit they told us. So, you know. The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa, the Marion. Rap samples. I was just revisiting Mr. Art last night. Yeah, there you go, rap samples. You know, right? It is close to Brazil, and people in Brazil are dark as fuck too. There's dark Peru, dark as hell. Brazil, dark. Now you get up to like Venezuela, Panama, and those areas. That's right around where they landed at. You know where they came in at. It's mostly they're lighter people. Now, You know, they done saturated the colors. You know, it's crazy. And to know how like a lot of Europeans came over here, you know, it was a free for all. New land, come over, boom. You know, when they say Christopher, listen, people say Christopher Columbus didn't discover. He did discover America. All right, that is 100% truth. They ain't lying to you, but they're just spinning it into a different way. But Christopher Columbus actually did discover America. What he did is he came over here, right? And hold on. What he did is he came over here, seen some land with some motherfuckers. Uh, um, hold on. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, guys. Then I gotta take a break and go order my. Why we lost? Sorry, my phone is not connected. Okay. This right here, this beat isn't Purple Beats, just Gangs Beats. Okay. So what all right, so Christopher Columbus actually did discover America. What he did is he came over, saw land with motherfuckers on it, saw there was no Europeans over there. He saw that, okay, all right. So he just went back and laid claim to it. These motherfuckers, this is what they do. Law, remember? Law. That's all it is. So he actually laid claim and discovered America. This is why you have the District of Columbia, because after Columbus. All right. Point blank, period. That's what it is. Because the legal definition of discover, which is discovery, all right, in the general sense, it's an assertion of that which was previously unknown, the disclosure or coming to light of what was previously hidden, the acquisition of notice or knowledge of given acts or facts, as in regard to the discovery. That's it. They discovered, you know. That's all he did. He did discover America, but that's under law. You got to look at it from a law. He laid claim to it. This is why you have the District of fucking Criminals, District of Columbia. You know, I mean, it just is what it is. You know, this is why you got it. So he did discover America. When people say he didn't, I mean, that's a miss. You know, he didn't, but he did. Hold on 1 second, guys. So, yeah, let me read some. Let's see. What's good? The Hypocrite's Matrix. I think the natives actually really messed up. They had numbers to kill all of them, but it's like, well, yeah, because what they did. Okay, this is the thing that we don't know about, and this knows because I have tribal ties, and we've been to different nations and stuff, and plus studying, looking at records and things of that nature. What they did is actually just they duped them, into signing over a lot of their lands. That's what they did. And then and that's what they've done across the entire world. If you look at contracts, even with China, I mean, the United States and China are beefing because United States and their law and legalese, all right, their trick of the English language, okay, What they have done is simply binded countries into contracts, and the country itself not understanding the contract. But when a lawyer, okay, look where law comes from, Rome, okay, canon. All right, when lawyers step in, even if it is for the nation, guess who they're actually doing it for if they learn the law? Yep, you guessed it. The same people that are taking the land. So when they get into these contracts, and then the resistance say no, no, I didn't, and they say, look, we gave you to you in writing, and governments know and officials know that if it's in writing, that's what it is. You know, the wars have started over these things, conflicts. Now they're mad, the country's angry, but they're binded in the contract. Now it's either you listen, you look at our guns, bitch. Look at your guns. You're gonna abide by our shit. We're gonna take your shit. It's the Walking Dead. This is what they've done to the natives. They friended them. They were nice, and then they started realizing that they were here to take their shit and take over that. Therefore, the natives would get angry and say, "We didn't. No, 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 no. No, you signed up for this shit. What are you talking about? You signed up for this shit." Basically, what they did. And then what happens? They got angry. They begin to fight. Now the Europeans go into shit, rape, pillage, and fight mode. We got the guns and the numbers, motherfucker. What are you talking about? They fire off that shit. These Native Americans ain't never seen no shit like that. Scare the fuck out of them. Whatever they was putting inside that shit, lead, boom, they knock a bitch clean out. Oh shit, them bow and arrows ain't shit compared to what these Europeans had. Therefore, they did what they did. You know. So, and the thing about it is, people don't realize when you get into the whole slavery shit and all that up shit, when you go far up the chain, it was black folks that were owning slaves, and natives owned slaves, but they were black. See, this is the shit they don't tell you about. It's all a fucking lie, but a lot of it got in because it was contracts. They signed contracts. They contracted with them. If you think about it, if the Europeans came over Balrog, straight savage, it wouldn't have been that way. But the nature is welcoming and nice, So, that's that. I mean, So, a lot of the shit that's going on is been. Look at us. If they're still duping today, this is what they've done in history for a long time. This is the conflict over Taiwan. On why China is upset is because, wait a minute, but the United States is like, bitch, read the dotted line, motherfucker. This word actually meant this. You dumb motherfucker. You signed up for it. That's why we're here. And now they have a standoff and try to go through it. Like, no, they look at this is what you signed on to. This is why we gave you this. This is why we did what these did. Trying like, oh, fuck that. That ain't what we signed up for. That's not what we said. It's on paper. Whatever's on paper is what's what. And they've used the English language. This is why the English language is a control language. And this is why the waking up that you're seeing to unravel what's been done has got to come from this language. All right. Because if you look up the things that we dive into and whatever this knowledge that we get to unearth a lot of different things, another country, another language, you ain't doing that because it's not in their language. It's coded. Like the English language is an actual code. And this is why it is with numbers and letters together. It's a code. All right. These people are masters at this shit. It's a code, because when you try to explain this to somebody with another language, whether it's Spanish, or whatever it is, they're not going to be able to find deep shit that we find and unearth to figure it. They can't do it. They can't do it like stuff we found out with the Mr. 19. These languages can't do it. Angel, you still on here? They may know about it and learn about it, but you can't do it because you got to know certain words. But it's written in English language. It's encoded. Look at this. Look at what Pfizer has done. Go look at their medicines. Look at the codes. Look at PubChem. Look at how it is. Who the fuck is nobody's gonna know that. but the people that are doing it. And this is how they do shit. English language is a language of the devil, I would say. Because shit that we say to each other every day in another language actually means something else. Like when you use translator, just play with the translator. I've played around with Spanish, Chinese, Arabic, Hebrew, and what's the other one? Uh, damn, not Russian. It's like Russian. Turkish. I put in trying to just play with words and phrases. I'm like, damn, when we actually say this to each other, we're actually saying something that's wrong. That's wrong. And then we wonder why we're in the state we're in, because even when we're saying it, we think we're being nice. Yeah, we in our physical reality, it might be nice, but on the spiritual level, we done put something on each other. This is a fact. I mean, it is. I was gonna do a video. I actually got a video half made, but the shit's like an hour long already. And it's like to go back, to take. It's just I've been busy with a lot of shit, and it's just hard. But it's a fact, man. You know, it's crazy, man. But the only way that brings this shit down is through the English speaking language. All right. And then you see everything is geared toward English speaking people. See, other countries and other people, they know shit's fucked up. It's shown to them. Like ain't no words. They don't need words to know it's fucked up. They know what's going on. Motherfuckers just they straight know. Our shit's been hidden through an image, through a dream, American dream, and entertainment. We use with English and numbers and shit. Think about it. It's crazy, man. It truly is crazy. It really is. So, yeah, man, we're in a world of shit. But like I said, the only way unraveling this is through, because if you look at a lot of things that's happened, it's been done under bad contracts. Shit people ain't sign up for. You see like people like Shark Tank, that is just to steal people's fucking ideas. They sign contracts, give them the shit under the stick, boom, just for a little money. Next thing you know, the people own them and they own them. Now they're working for it. It's crazy. It's all contracts. So it's crazy. Exactly, rap samples. They're using the same script from the past, but it's more advanced now. And it's still used to modern day. We're all tricked into contracts, giving everything away. This is how you got to look at it. It was given away then, and it's given away now. But look, ain't nobody come put a gun on our head to tell us to give it all away. Well, some did, but nobody came and put a fucking gun to any of our heads and told us to give all our shit away. We already did. We did it smiling. Oh, you got a baby. Oh, birth certificate, this and that. Sign your life away. Oh, we got a new car. We're smiling. Think all this. Oh, new house. We're happy in it. No, we get it and we smile and give it away. We give it away with a good, with a smile on our face. So think back then how they did it. They gave it away. They were told that some amazing deal or whatever they were told. Like, look, we'll bring or this or whatever deal they did. They smiled into it and then realized they were fucked afterward, but it's too late. They then gave it all away. And we're continuing down that path. Look at the whole Jabberoo. People are giving their bodies away now, and now it's coming to their mind. They're giving their mind away. Well, fuck it. I'll upload them. I'll attach my brain to an interface. You're being duped, swindled right into it, And you look at what the world has done with Mr. 19. It all came from the English language. Wasn't nobody in another country going habla dubla over number 19. They was getting it all from who? The ones that are speaking the English language, because it's coded. You can't figure it out. These other countries can't figure it out. The only ones that can figure it out is us sitting right fucking here. they could do their tests and they could see things and do things and get it, but they have to learn the English language to put it all together. They might could see something, but they can't say something because they can't put it together because they don't know fucking English. And these words ain't in their fucking in their terms. These words ain't in their terms. They ain't never learned about this shit in their terms. So what's good, Richard? Shout out to Richard Quinn. So all right, give me 1 minute. I gotta order my shit and get my shit on. I'm kind of ranting on, but yeah, man. This is what it is. Y'all have a nice conversation anyway. So let me hit some purple beats. Sure. All right. So shout out to all you guys. I rock out for a bit. Shout out to all you guys. It's cold here in Rochester, New York. Actually, it's cold all across the country right now. Maybe except Florida. But yeah, it's cold. Even Florida, it's going to go down into the 60s and stuff like that. Probably up to like the weekend and stuff, but it's cold all across the United States. Well, not cold. I mean, Florida 60s is cold, so it's going to be 60s. You know, even the hottest place in the United States, you know, where I go down to South Texas, it's cold. You know, it's going to go into the 50s down there. So then it shoots back up to the 70s. So, but what's good, Shaman Makai? Shout out to Shaman Makai. It's my brother from another mother right there. You know, shout out to him. Go subscribe to his channel. He's gonna give you the deepness. You know, and yeah, what's good, Bamboo? Shout out to Bamboo Soldier. Yeah, it's cold as hell, guys, across the nation. And just like I was talking inside of Just Juice, a lot of people are sick, man. And I said, yeah, isn't it funny there's a pandemic when there's no pandemic? Makes you go, Vegas is cold and loving it. I like the heat. You know, I like warm, even though I come from the mountains, you know, because I was born in Colorado. So, you know, I've just been in the cold all my life. And being attached to the sun and being more natural wants me around the sun. You know, I'll take the heat any day. There's a certain kind of heat that I like and a certain kind of heat I don't like. I don't like the heat that is so goddamn hot and dry. I like hazy, hot, and humid, because when it's very humid, your body's gonna sweat really good and keep you, you know, air conditioned. You know, I don't like that dry ass heat. You know, I don't really like that. It drains the shit out of you, because what's it actually doing is trying to draw the sweat out in you instead of sweating with you. Because when it's humid, humidity is sweats with your body. So if it's 90, 95 and humid, it feels great, you know. Plus, that the more humidity, the better it is for your lungs. People say the dryness, no, dry is not better good for your lungs. Remember, we come out of water, you know. So humid weather is actually the most optimum weather for your body. That's why in the tropics there's so much life down there, you know. And that's where you do a lot of healing at, is in the tropics. One thing people forget is, but why the hell are you so healthier? Well, it's the sun, it's the ley lines, it's the stuff you put in your body. But they don't talk about breathing, you know, and you're breathing in the humid mixture of air into your lungs. I mean, that's what it needs, you know. Yeah, dry heat's in Vegas. I don't like dry heat. Though dry heat, if it's 90, it doesn't feel as warm. But I like hazy, hot, sticky, humid, you know. So, but yeah. Another thing, if you guys haven't noticed, people are so fucking stupid, guys. People are so goddamn fucking stupid that they're removing traffic lights. Watch, you're gonna see traffic lights being removed, because traffic lights are cause more accidents than goddamn stop signs. Literally, I've seen it already happening here in Rochester. They're removing traffic lights and putting up stop signs. And I'm like, damn, yo, that makes sense because people are fucking stupid. More accidents happen at stoplights than they do stop signs. Think about it. If there's a stop sign, it's always there. You know to stop. Your mind knows, okay, I got to stop here. A light can change. So you might be right. Oh shit, you boom, you crash because you're trying to beat the light, or the light you thought was yellow, it was red, it tricked you. I mean, because I think technology and distractions is fucking people's mindset up, man. So bad to where they gotta actually install fucking stop signs. Because a light can be red or green or yellow. Stop sign's always gonna be a stop sign. So after a while in that area, people are gonna automatically know to stop. Because they're gonna know, oh, that's a stop sign. And you think about it, you're like, damn, that shit makes sense. And people are dumb as fuck. So, you're gonna see, mark my words, you're gonna see a lot of stop signs pop up and then removing lights. Plus, it flows traffic better. Some areas it doesn't, but in reality, as they're starting to figure out that stop lights are more efficient, stop signs are more efficient than traffic lights. And what that is just people just innately know, okay, how to drive. I mean, how to dwell amongst each other. You know, all these signs and shit actually make people fucking dumber. All this and doing that. Too much thinking's involved. You know, for something that's easy. You look at other countries. Go look at some other countries how they maneuver and drive. Ain't no lights and stops and all that shit. They just do it. It's like a art. It's like a craft. You're like, goddamn, how do they do that shit? But mark my words, you're gonna see a lot of stop signs popping up. I already see it because it's more safe, especially at dangerous intersections with lights. They just remove them and put stop signs. I noticed that traveling up from Texas. I'm like, damn, it's a busy ass street, but there was a lot of accidents there. I even almost blew through one before. One thing that does fuck me up because I am colorblind is the yellow flashing light. Sometimes I think it's a red flashing light. The single flashing light. So I always stop at them bitches, and then somebody be behind me blowing their horn. I'm like, oh, this is a yellow one, but I do it anyway because sometimes those red flashing look like yellow flashing. So yeah, you're gonna see a lot of stop signs popping up. There was something else that had to do with traffic too. You know. And then another thing is with these electric cars and these autonomous vehicles is if you look around the traffic lights now, they'll have reflectors on the traffic lights. So by them removing them and putting the stop signs, well, guess what? The electric cars, they notice the stop signs more than they do a traffic light up. So just like here in Rochester, you can see the traffic lights are surrounded by a yellow reflector. Well, that's for the self-driving cars and the technology that's in the cars to beam off those traffic lights. It's also for technology, and if you look at them, they got a wire going to them. It's all for like the technology for the maps and shit like that. Um, monitoring traffic and all the other shit they do. Surveillance state, baby, Skynet. You know. So just crazy. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to chop it up about. And talked about the Kanye nonsense. That don't fall for the okie doke. Because it's gonna link with Donald Trump. So they got plans, man. They talking like that and exposing their own self. They got plans. They come out talking about that's been all over. It's been viral like crazy. Kanye talks about his mom was sacrificed. Oh, and now, I mean, it's a sick, twisted game they're about to do, but is it going to work? Are they gonna come out with something to show Kanye like, da da da, to like anybody who thinks that is a conspiracy theorist and crazy, or because they're waking a lot of people up with that one right there. You can't go around that. They're waking a lot of people looking into things and shit like that, which is good, but is it really good? You know, because they're gonna nip that into the bud some way somehow, or try to. And again, these people got tunnel vision, so they look at media to do their agendas instead of looking at the physical aspect of this reality of the people's minds. See, they think they got it in the bag because they use the analytics of social media. And we know that social media is superficial and bullshit half the time. So a lot of people that are speaking about something a lot of times ain't really how they feel. So that being said is they're going by the stats of that to do their agenda. So here they go pulling Kanye ass up out of here. Oh, have him talk about this, have him talk about that, have him talk about this, have him talk about that. Well, in the process, you about to wake a whole lot of motherfuckers up to start looking into shit and saying, you know what, I thought that, or I'm thinking about that. Oh man, that could be a possibility. Or oh man, they need to look into that. you know? And then they deem them. It's actually solidifying some conspiracy theories to make people look into them. And what's been in all the news? Well, conspiracy theory. So are they going to do some magnificent, grand thing to demonize conspiracy theorists? I don't know, but if they're going that way, it looks like they're not going to win that one. You know? Now they got a whole demographic and group of people that they done woke the fuck up. Now on to the next shit. You know? I don't know. All I know is he's a puppet on a string. Like I said earlier, because he would oh yeah, Elon Musk is another one. We know, most people know that shit. You know, couldn't be more clear in that guy. You know, but we're at some great times, guys. Some good times because we get to see it all unfold. You know, we get to see it all unfold. Ooh, damn, it's a big ass pothole. So, also shout out to France, because I slam with France. I'm with you. Shit. Made my motherfucking day. The people ain't having that shit. Talking this stupid ass agenda shit. Get your ass off the fucking highway. You know? Brother took his ass off, and I'm gonna put the screen. I'm gonna put this up there just because it's epic, because you could look at the face. And that face right there is this is the moment. What's that shit go? This is the moment when he realizes he just fucked up. He just threw his ass off the side of the road. And the bitch ain't did shit. Ain't nobody get mad. Ain't nobody do nothing because they can feel that energy. When you put these energy in front of these people, that ideology flies out of the window. You don't need a gun. You don't need nothing. Get your ass out the fucking street, bitch. That's all he did. You're in the street. Pedestrians don't belong in the street under the law. Get your ass out. I just saved your life. It's dangerous. I didn't hurt you. I removed you. Police do it all the time. And if I did hurt you, I'm sorry. But it was just a part of the job. You were impeding traffic, slowing up hundreds of people from getting to where they need to go. You got a right to protest. I got a right to travel. Get your ass out of the fucking street. There's places you're supposed to designate for fucking protesting, and I guarantee you they didn't give you a permit for the middle of the fucking highway. Get the fuck off the highway. What they gonna say? Shit, make my day. I hope Americans get like that. Or bitch, you ain't going to work, or you're not getting your gas or your groceries because these motherfuckers. You know? All it takes is a couple scenes like this, and that agenda won't be propagated. They'll have to Ebola that one, wrap that back up, and try again in a few years. All All right, on to the next one. What are you gonna do next? Some alien type shit? You know, alien pandemic. You know. So, gotta love it. Right. Most people got that attention. Most people got it. The Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube Shorts mentality. Sad, but that's what they got. You know. I showed up. Are you able to explain that picture? Oh, this picture. Damn, I got this pepper in this tea and it's in my throat. So this picture right here, right, is a video. There was a stop oil protest in France, okay? And a bunch of these protesters were lined up in the middle of the highway and people were angry because they were stopping traffic. So this brother got out, physically removed this guy, threw him off the side of the fuck. He ain't just, this ain't even, he earthed him, brought his ass back to balance, as I like to call it. He earthed his ass, brought him right back to balance. And that's what he did. He brought him right back to balance. And hold on one second, guys. Hold on. All right, y'all. I got to take this. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and love, guys.